What is going on, YouTube? It is Kyle, and today I want to talk about Destiny 2. Now, I like Destiny 2. I think it's a good game. I think they did a good job at doing some stuff, but then again, I think they did a good job at taking some stuff away. By good job, I mean bad job. They did a lot of things. They took the full Destiny game at the end, so like Rise of Iron, Taken King, all that together, and they stripped it down completely. And I'm gonna go over like 5 different things that I have here. That really bother me, that I think that Shay should not have taken out of the game. 6 things. I just thought of another. Alright, so here we go. First one. There's no more random rolls on weapons. So what that means is that in Destiny 1, if you just play Destiny 2, you understand that every weapon has a static roll. That is always what it's going to be. You'll never have different sets of perks. But in Destiny 1, there were different perks. There were certain perks that could roll on a weapon random. And hunting for those specific god roll weapons, as they were called, was something that was extremely fun for me personally. Because finally grinding out and getting that god roll weapon felt extremely rewarding because you grinded those 150 strikes, or however many you'd actually do. But in Destiny 2, they don't have that. Every weapon is guaranteed its specific perks, and I don't like that at all. I think that they should have kept in the random perks because it would have given me a reason to grind strikes. Because grinding strikes was awesome in Destiny 1. I would sit there for hours, listen to some music, watch some YouTube, and just grind strikes. But now we can't because there's no point. Because all weapons have static rolls. Now exotics, they've always had static rolls. That's theirs. Same with armor. Armor's also all static rolls. And even some of the armor you get in, let's say, trials, which I love the way the Trials armor looks, by the way. Looks are amazing, but perk-wise, like, they're just regular armor. Like, there's no point. It's just like a new skin. Like, I don't... it's something that they need to fix. They need to add more, like, cooler perks specific for, like, let's say in Trials, you can have... I don't know, you revive time is faster if you are the last person standing on your arms or something like that. Just something that would help. Same with raid armor. Like, you want the, like, in Vault of Glass, you had on the raid weapons, you would do extra damage, to Vex. And it's like, they don't have that. There's no extra damage to Cabal other than on the Skybridge's Oath, which is I mean, it's an okay scout. It's a little slow, but it's okay. And then, so yeah, there's that. And then the next thing is, there's no strike-specific loot. And that's really upsetting because I loved strike-specific loot. When they introduced that, I thought that was so cool. I believe they introduced that in the Taken King. I thought that was so dope. Specifically because of the Fogoth gauntlets for hunters on Destiny 1. I thought those were the coolest gauntlets ever, so I grinded like 50-something, maybe even next towards 100 strikes. Yeah, I know. I mean, because of course you have to grind strikes, and then like you have to hope to get those, and then you have to get the skeleton keys, and then to open the chest, and all that. And every time I would go to do that Fogoth strike, I would never get the gauntlets. And then about 3-4 months before Destiny 1 ended, I finally got them, and I felt so damn good because I finally got those gauntlets I was hunting for so long, and I was happy to grind strikes for that long to do that. And there's helmets. I think there's only 6 strikes in Destiny 2 at the moment, and I think they should have started off with like 30. 30 is a lot, but you know what I mean. They should have started off with a little more because you get the stream strikes over and over again, and they don't get you anything cool. There's no special thing to do to grind strikes. There's no like things to do, and when you grind a strike and you finish it, you don't get armor higher than what you have unless you get like an exotic engram. And it's like, what? Like, give me a reason to grind your strikes so that I can actually get things higher than what I already have, please. The next thing, the Mida multi-tool and other year 1 things I don't feel should have been in the game. Now, when Destiny 2 first came out, I was okay with the Mida coming back, with the Hard Light coming back, with the ACD0 feedback fence coming back, with the Skull of Dire Ahamkara coming back, with the young Ahamkara's spine coming back, all this stuff. But then I realized, after a week of playing, and after the first week of trials, that every single person ever on each team, at least 2 people per team, were using the Mida. And the worst thing is that they gave the Mida for free for everyone. And then you might be thinking, oh, well then just use the Mida. And it's like, I don't want to. I don't want to have, like, the entire meta right now In Crucible, people are like, oh, there is no meta. Bro, come on. Look it. It is literally the Mida multi-meta. It is the Mida multi-tool and the Mighty mini tool, and that is all people use ever. I think I was playing some Crucible earlier, and through the 6 or 7 matches I played, at least 2 people on each team were either using the Mida multi-tool or the Mighty mini tool, and if they were using one or the other, they were probably using the other one with it, so they were comboing, get more movement speed, and it's just extremely frustrating, because why is it in the game? Why couldn't you just make new exotics? I mean, of course we have new exotics, but why put in old ones? Like, what's the point? Like, I want to see new things. Like, after a week of playing it and the hype settles, it's like, I actually do want to see new things. I was fine with it in the beginning, now I'm not. So, like,
remove Mida multi-tool from the game, please.
Okay, next thing is the raid. Now, I personally have not beaten the raid 100%. The raid team I run with, can't always be on at the same time, so we haven't been able to run all the way through. But, I will say, what we've run, no one's gotten armor, everyone's gotten tokens, and after all the live streams I saw of people running the raid, and people doing the raid on YouTube and such, I've realized that you don't ever hardly get armor or weapons from the raid. And when you do, they're not that special. They just look cool. They don't have any cool little perks. Like I was talking earlier, none of like the weapons have like, ooh, do extra damage to Cabal or something like that make them like, ooh, I want that raid gun. Now it's just kind of like, oh, I want to do the raid because it's the raid, you know? Like I want to do it. I want to have that feeling of accomplishing the raid. But once I do it once, honestly, I don't think I'm going to do it again because I prefer trials. But that's just me. For the most part, you don't even get armor like in the raid for the like you get stuff from the sweeper bot or the yeah, I can't remember his name. But the sweeper bot at the end, after you beat him, you go talk to him in the tower, and then you trade in your tokens, and then that's your raid stuff. Like, that's where you get most of your raid stuff. And it's like, what? Like, I should be getting most of my raid stuff while doing the raid, not just getting tokens, because that means every week I can just do the first half of the raid and hope to get the armor I want instead of doing the whole raid. And like, let's say at the end it guarantees you a helmet or something. Like, that's how it should be. Like, at least the end boss should like guarantee you like a helmet or a chest piece or something. That would be dope. And then there's one more thing. Shaders. Why are shaders consumables? I don't understand. Why do they cost glimmer to put on? I don't understand that either. I know people will say, oh, but glimmer isn't hard to get. And it's like, what? No, I don't care. Like shaders, if I get a dope shader, like I got a dope shader. I have a dope shader. It's the trial shader on my guy, but I had to wait until I had enough to actually make my guy look cool because he looked retarded if he didn't like have all of it together, you know? Back to the problem at hand. I just want shaders to be a solid shader again. I don't, either that or make sure like whenever you put on a shader, make sure you can switch him or something. Like, and like, you can switch them obviously, but to where they don't like disappear. Like if I want to rock like Suros, is it Minimalist? I think is the one, the red and white one, like the really red and white one. If I want to rock that for a day, let me rock that for a day without having to lose it, because maybe I want to change it the next day. That's like, I don't want to lose this cool shader that took me forever to get from Bright Engrams that I get from leveling up. I don't really. Okay. Another thing is microtransactions. I don't care because I get Bright Engrams from just playing the game, so it's whatever. They can do whatever. Come on, Bungie, fix your shaders, please. I'm begging of thee, please just make it to where either 1, they don't cost glimmer, 2, they don't be destroyed after you change them, or 3, make him one solid shader for everything. I do like how you can put shaders on weapons and on ships and on sparrows, but I do not like the fact that you can't like save them after you're done using them. That's annoying. But for the most part, Destiny 2 is a good game. If you played Destiny 1, Destiny 2, you'll probably like it if you like the grind thing. But, I mean, they've taken on a lot of the grind stuff. Story-wise, it's fine. Whatever. I don't really care about the story all that much, to be honest. I mean, it was cool for lore standpoint. But for the most part, it's like you do it once and you never want to do it again. But when you want to run another character, it's extremely frustrating because you do have to run it again. But yeah, so that's it. If you guys have any other opinions, let me know down below. And I'd love to hear them. But I think that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video of whatever I talk about. Peace out.